Okay, we'll get started today. Today is obviously Pontic Design at the Gumline, but I want to say a couple of things first. I've asked all the managers of the departments to talk to everybody in their department and try to come up with some new ideas. I do have a couple of new programs started, and one of them is going to actually be fun because it's going to be interactive, and as soon as BJ says we can do it, we're going to do it's like a Family Feud kind of thing, you know, with dental terms. So we'll have some teams and put the questions up on the board and stuff like that, so that should be fun. But this is a rerun, and it's a good rerun. It's about Pontics, and I've changed it a little bit. I went over it before I presented it. I'm going to present it today, and made some good changes. So these are our 4 different Pontic designs. We have saddle Pontic, which the buckle and lingual go over the ridge and down onto the ridge, keeping the neck length of the buckle and lingual the same as the neck length of the teeth next to them. We very seldom do that. Some doctors ask for it. It's rare. This is ridge lap, where we have, the facial extends to match the teeth on either side of it, but the lingual, is a little open right here for hygiene. This contacts the ridge, this area. This is ovate Pontics, which we don't do very much of. We should do more in the anterior. Doctors don't like to do it, and I have a slide that will show you why. And this is our standard, the modified ridge lap, where we have contact on the ridge, but we don't go over lap. We don't have any ridge lap on either side. Okay, so this is the one we use, I don't know, 90% of the time, I would say, maybe more. Okay, Pontics, what are they? I'm going to go on with another slide right here. Okay, this is important. I don't see us doing this. I don't know if we are. Some of the, especially digitally, I don't know if we are. Anybody digital designers here today? Okay. This area, and we need to scrape about 1/10 of a millimeter before we design a case. Simply, it puts a very slight pressure on the gums, which helps prevent food impaction under the Pontic. Not only that, saliva can slip through there. It can affect somebody's speech, the way they talk, if air goes through there. Not all the time, but sometimes. So we need to scrape the ridge where the Pontic's going to sit, about 1/10 of a millimeter on every Pontic. Okay. Functions of the Pontic. It helps people chew because there's no space in between teeth, and if I had a space between teeth at one time when I was trying to get an implant, and every time I'd eat something hard like pretzels or potato chips, I get stabbed there. So the Pontic prevents that. It helps you chew, helps with speech. If you have a big space where, like more than one tooth, especially in the anterior, your speech is going to suffer for it. Some of the letters and sounds you say won't be the same. Aesthetics, obviously, we have to have something fill in that empty space just to look good. People don't want to be without, especially if it's in the anterior, they don't want to be without teeth when they smile. What's that last one say? Oh, it maintains tooth relationships. So if there's a Pontic space in somebody's mouth, and it's empty and it's not filled, the teeth opposite it will shift and move and sometimes extrude, especially if it's a lower free end where the molars are missing. The upper tooth over time will tend to extrude down towards the lower ridge. And we've all seen that on the models we work with. And that becomes a real problem because at that point when they start to move down, if the doctor ever wants to do something with the lower, the plane of occlusion is not good anymore. It's not even, it's not like it should be. the upper teeth have encroached on the space where the lower teeth should be, or vice versa. So, Pontic classifications, we have mucosal contact, which is a saddle Pontic, ridge lap, modified ridge lap, which is our standard, conical, ovate Pontic, modified ovate Pontic, and I'll show you all of those. Non-mucosal is sanitary and modified sanitary, which we don't do very much of, and sometimes we do, but not very often. And I'll have pictures of all of them. This is our saddle Pontic. You can see that on the buccal and lingual, the neck of the tooth goes down over the turn of the ridge, meaning that it's very difficult to clean that. It's almost impossible to clean it correctly. I'm going to go back to one of the first slides and I'll show you. See these little white lines right here? This is a simulation of dental floss. So here's the floss, and it has to get clear up under this Pontic to clean it. And most of the time people can't do that. The floss will tear, or they don't get the whole surface clean. This is easy to clean, as you can see. The ovate Pontics, even though they're under their gums, the patient can reach down and pull that floss around that tooth up in here, and this is the easiest one to clean of all. You can see that. These are our Pontics. These are our standard Pontics right here, and this is the floss trying to clean it. To create an ovate Pontic, like you see here, they just don't automatically happen. Doctors have to go in with a diamond burr, usually, and they go down and they have the bridge that we made, and it has the ovate Pontics on it, and we have ovated the model that the bridge comes on, so the doctor takes one of these burrs and he goes down in and shapes the gums so that the bridge can seat with this burr. And there's blood and all that. They can control blood with epinephrine, which slows the blood flow down. But this is what they have to do to get these to work, and that's why they don't necessarily ask for ovate Pontics all the time. That's my opinion. Okay, so these are as far as I'm concerned, in the aesthetic zone, what should be done, because you can see here at the ovate Pontic on top that the tooth will look like it's growing right out of the gums. There's no chance for any space under it. Food isn't going to impact, and it's extremely aesthetic. All right, modified ovate Pontic, which is this. This is our standard here in green. In the front, in the anterior part on the facial side, we're down into the gums a little bit, and we follow the contour of the ridge, and we don't have any kind of an overlap on the ridge. This is fully ovate, and you can see the difference. This is cleansable, this is more cleansable. This is our conical Pontic, bullet shaped or spheroid. Here it is. This is never used in the aesthetic zone. It's usually on molars and on people who the doctor's afraid that will not have, or won't take care of their teeth. So doctors do this, and they know their patients. They know the ones that are going to comply and the ones that don't. And they'll do this. I've seen us do this a few times, not much. It's not aesthetic at all. That's why it's only done in the posterior area. Okay, this is a hygienic or sanitary Pontic, and you can see the space under the Pontic tooth itself right here. And again, this is one that is only used in the posterior area where you can't see it, and the patient has the ability to clean that by rinsing with water or something in their mouth and swishing, or they can actually push any food under there out with their tongues or air or whatever to clean it. But it's harder to maintain than other kinds of Pontics, because we have this space here and it will always fill with food. It is the most hygienic as far as cleaning goes, but it's not at all aesthetic. And so this space here that we have should be probably a couple millimeters. It depends on what the doctor says, but if there had to be a standard, I would say 2 millimeters is good, enough for somebody to get in there with a water pick and clean under it, or swish with water. This is modified hygienic. Here's the one I just showed you. Okay, you can see that there's a little bullet shape going down, and here's our space. This is the modified, and I've never seen us do this. I've never seen it requested, where the underside of the Pontic is like an arch. And it just makes it easier to clean. Bigger food trap, but easier to clean. And so this space, you know, this is gonna be a couple of millimeters. From here to here, it's probably gonna be 3 millimeters. It's just more. And it's shaped like an arch. This is more conical shaped or straight across. Okay. Short one today. Anybody have any questions on Pontic? Somebody? Is that a question of mine or Al? No? Okay. Very good.